You know what I hate in gaming? When people take a turd and then basically just random game out of the bargain bin and then we'll call it underrated game of the year. You're not playing this XD. This game is for wheel gamers. Such is the case with Spec Ops: The Line. I remember hearing about this game when Black Ops 2 came out, and all the people who say Call of Duty sucks every year for the purpose of saying Call of Duty sucks came out of the woodwork and pretty much started praising this random game. And oh my god, this random game is not only bad, but it does everything that all the Call of Duty complainers complain about, and maybe much worse. But hey, it does have a oh my god plot twist where you're killing Americans and innocents XD, because after all, that is totally not a generic copy-pasted plot from like a war movie and stuff, but because they do it in a game, oh my god, Call of Duty Destruction XD. And even later on in the game, with the loads, even the load screens are like, LOL, you're killing Americans, how many innocents have you killed XD, to try to prove a point, but in the end, ended up catering to whiners who complain about how Call of Duty is ruining gaming, despite ending up lining up to GameStop just to buy the game, just to say, it's evil, the first stage of Black Ops was terrible, you were killing Africans. So, let's just start off with the game being a port. Yes, the game is pretty much one of those copy-paste ports to PC. I mean, just look at the graphics options. There's only a handful of them, just textures, shadows, and that's it. There's not really a lot to change, so if you have a crappy PC, you can expect this game will have issues. And did I mention this is an Unreal Engine 3 game, so all the problems you see with the Unreal Engine 3 are back, such as sometimes the pop-in, and of course the glitchy shadows, and of course the usual stuff you're used to. But even on normal difficulty, the game is extremely cheap, just like Rogue Warrior and Deus Ex Human Retardation. Those games, just like this one, if an enemy looks at you, you're fucked. And did I mention, despite this game's amazing, quote amazing, oh my god, deconstruction, you still have to pretty much, well, you still find yourself pretty much in this stupid mediocre FPS, just, you still have to shoot enemies, Can you not shoot enemies? Nope. If you try not to shoot enemies, you'll get killed. So, but the first thing is you start off with scripted helicopter scene. So much for that in a game that tries to be a deconstruction, you get stuck off with scripted helicopter scene. I mean, yeah, that's right, all the fanboys hype this game up for being better than Call of Duty, and it starts off with this. And did I mention a ton of the textures look low resolution-ish, like a game from, I've seen better games with better graphics made in 08 than this. If you think this game's got good graphics, you really haven't seen many games from before. But hey, the controls feel a little loose. When you move your mouse around, the game controls feel a little too sensitive, and it just doesn't feel right when you're playing the game. The game starts off with you in Dubai, because after all, it's gotta be in the Middle East to be a lead deconstruction XD, and there's some dust storm, and pretty much everyone's getting trashed and stuff, and in the end, a rescue operation failed, and apparently everybody's dying and shit. Yeah, that is what this game does. Blah, 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 proceed toward Dubai, blah, 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 and you just run in a straight line, and that is what you do. You run in a straight line and shoot, shoot, shoot with, oh my god, you're shooting Americans. No player choice whatsoever. Even in the age of games like the original BioShock, Mass Effect series, and of course other games where you have player decisions, this game decides to be linear as fuck. Maybe in an attempt to be, oh my god, deconstructing XD, but yeah, this is one of those games. And did I mention the models feel unfinished for some parts of the game, and not even all your bullet holes show? That just shows how amazing these graphics are. But yeah, Basically, this game is supposed to be a deconstruction of all those American games, because after all, American game, if it's America, they're evil, but if it's any other country like Japan, then let's buy their game and hype the shit out of it. But basically, in a nutshell, this game is pretty much just like Call of Duty, the game that everybody who thinks this game is the best ever likes to criticize, but yet it's got many of the same problems. From running on an old 2007 engine, to, of course, being heavily scripted. Because remember, kids, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 had more choices, such as the No Russian mission. And the uncensored version of No Russian, you could kill everybody, or you could just let them get killed by the AI. In Black Ops 2, you get much more player decisions that have several endings. In this game, guess what? None. No. You get this scripted ending, and that's a common theme in this game. You shoot somebody, blah, 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 they're Americans and stuff. And that's really all this game is. Run in a line, shoot. In the gameplay, it's boring. How can many people play games for having fun. A story is just one component of a good game. And the story is just overhyped in this game. This game, it just run around, shoot. If you just stand there not trying to shoot everybody, because after all, they play the refugees, you can't do shit. No. Even in No Russian, you get more player choice than this game. That's right. And yeah, the controls, they're clunky too. You see, the space bar is mapped to both run and, of course, crouch. Or duck behind cover, because this is one of those games with the stupid duck behind cover systems where if you don't duck fast enough, you get butt raped by the enemies. That's all this game feels like. It's just mediocre. And in the oh my god story, let's face it, story is just one component of a good game. You could slap the greatest story ever, but if it had gameplay that's like, say, as bad as this game, it wouldn't really do well. And you know what? That's what this game did. This game didn't get good scores. It didn't sell very well for a reason, because it's just bad. Maybe if this game tried something better, like maybe if they tried to do more than just, oh my god, Deconstruction XD, it would have been a good game. Maybe if they actually had plot decisions. Maybe if they had stuff modern games from 2013 have. But no, this game feels bad. The game's just not fun to play, and the storyline is, oh my god, Deconstruction XD. Like, seriously. There are better games with dark stories. There's the original BioShock. There's other games, too, which have stories that are actually interesting, along with gameplay that isn't just boring. I mean, maybe if they did this game differently, it could have been fun, but no, they just had to make it like this, a crappy third-person shooter with crappy controls, and in the end, it's just not fun to play. Don't buy this game unless you're one of those hipster Call of Duty sucks kids, and even then, you'd be better off playing better games, because this game is just boring. Even with that, oh my god, you're killing civilians storyline, it doesn't really hit you much, because you spend the whole game just shooting generic enemies, and that's all you do in this game. It doesn't offer anything new other than that, oh my god, deconstruction plot. It doesn't offer any real gameplay. In the multiplayer mode, nope. The multiplayer mode is just a tacked on multiplayer mode. Like, you know those games where you just tack a multiplayer on and make a mediocre single player? This is one of those games. Don't buy this game. Just let it rot in the GameStop bargain bin, because that's where it belongs. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and if you really want a game with dark story, there are better games, like, say, BioShock. That game is much better than this game, and it's a lot more fun to play too. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.